Hello and welcome to the E&F section of the National 5 video tutorials. Today we're going to have a look at factorizing expressions. There are three types of factorization you might be asked to do. The first one is common factor. That's when you take out a number or a letter that is common within an expression. The second is difference of squares, where you have two squared terms subtracted from one another. And the last one is quadratic factorization. That is when you're given a trinomial and you have to put it into two sets of brackets. Let's first have a look at common factor. Okay, so this first expression here, 5x plus 30, has a common factor. The number that divides into both 5x and plus 30 is the number 5. That's our common factor. Everything else divides by 5. So 5x divided by 5 is x, and plus 30 divided by 5 is plus 6. And that's it. We've factorized that expression. The second expression has a common factor as well. 14, 35, and 21 all divide by 7. And then we can divide everything by 7 to find our expression that goes into the brackets. So 7 into 14w squared is 2w squared. 7 into 35w is plus 5w. And 7 into minus 21 is minus 3. Okay, the last one. This time there's no number in common, but we do have a letter in common. T squared and 9t. Both divide by t. T squared divided by t is t, and negative 9t is divided by t to make negative 9. Okay, so there we've taken a common factor and factorized each of those three expressions. Here are 8 common factor examples for you to try yourself. Make sure you pause the video now, because answers will be appearing shortly. Okay, so your answers are as follows. The first question is 4 bracket c minus 8. Second question is 6 bracket e plus 7. Third question is 9 bracket 2g plus 3. Fourth example is 3 bracket 5y plus 11. Fifth example is 8 bracket k squared take away 3k plus 4. Sixth example is 2 bracket 2b squared plus 9b plus 6. Seventh example is n bracket 6n plus 7. And the last example is 3m bracket 4m plus 1. Okay, so let's move on and have a look at the second type of factorization. This time we're looking at difference of squares. Difference of squares consist of two terms that are being subtracted from one another. So in this case, we have a squared and 9. And the way you factorize that is with two sets of brackets instead of one. In the first position of each bracket goes the square root of the first term. So the square root of a squared is a. So I'm going to put an a in the first part of the first bracket and the first part of the second bracket. The square root of the second part, the square root of 9 is 3. So I'm going to put that in the second part of each bracket. And to finish this off, we need some signs. We can put 1 plus in and 1 minus in. It doesn't matter which way around the plus and the minus are, as long as there's one of each. Okay, so to do another quick example, 2 brackets. The square root of r squared is r, so that goes in the first position in each bracket. The square root of 64 is 8, so that goes in the second position in each bracket. And we've got 1 plus and 1 minus. Again, it could be the other way around. Doesn't matter as long as there's one of each sign. Okay, here are 6 quick examples for you to have a go at in your geometry. Make sure you pause the video now because answers will be revealed shortly. So here are your answers. For the first one, x minus 4, x plus 4. For the second one, p minus 10, p plus 10. For the third one, m minus 7, m plus 7. Again, your plus and your minus could be swapped around. For the fourth one, 3y minus 6, 3y plus 6. For the fifth one, 2h minus 3, 2h plus 3. And for the last one, 5c squared minus 9, 5c squared plus 9. The last type of factorization is quadratic factorization. Below are 4 trinomials. The signs are different in each of the trinomials, so we've got a plus plus on the top, the second one is a minus plus, the third one is a plus minus, and the last one is a minus minus. And those signs tell you a different story depending on which variation you have. The first two, with the plus in the second position, this tells you that the signs are the same. Okay, the signs are the same, so when you put your expression into two sets of brackets, you're either going to have x plus something, or you're going to have x minus something, x minus something. Alright, the two signs in the middle of your x and your numbers are going to be the same. This sign here tells you that they're both going to be plus. Okay, in this variation, they're both going to be minus. The minus in the second position tells you that your signs are different. Your signs differ. Okay, the plus in the first position tells you that the bigger one is positive. The minus in the second position tells you that the bigger one is negative. Okay, so bearing that in mind, we're going to have a go at a few examples now. So here we have a plus plus. This sign here, our second plus, tells us that the signs are the same. The first sign tells us that both of our signs are positive. So we can go ahead and we can put in our signs in our brackets already. We know that the only things that times together to make x squared are x and x. So that's how we're going to start our brackets. But we need to find something that multiplies together to make 15 and adds together to make 8. In this case, there are only two sets of factors that times together to make 15. That is 1 and 15, which don't add together to make 8, and 3 and 5, which do. So our answer has to be x plus 3, x plus 5. In our second example, we've got a minus and a plus as our signs. Again, the second plus tells us that both of our signs are the same. Our first sign tells us that both of our signs are negative. So again, I can set up my brackets and put in my signs without any difficulty. The only two things that times together to make x squared are x and x. I'm looking for two things that times together to make 14, but add together to make 9. So two things that times together to make 14 and add together to make 9. Well, it's not 1 and 14, because they add together to make 15. The only other things that times together to make 14 are 2 and 7. So that has to be our answer. They do add together to make 9. Example number 3, we have a plus minus. So this time, our last sign tells us that we have 1 plus and 1 minus in the bracket. And our plus here tells us that the bigger number is positive. So again, we can set up our brackets. We know that x times x has to make that x squared at the start of our trinomial. And we're looking for two things that times together to make 27, but have a difference, because there's a negative there, of 6. So two things that are 6 apart that times together to make 27. It's not 1 and 27, because those are 26 apart. It has to be the other two things that times together to make 27, which are 9 and 3. Those are 6 apart. Make sure you put the 9 in the right place. Remember that second term here told us that the bigger thing was positive. So the 9 had to go next to the plus sign and the 3 had to go next to the negative sign. And finally we have an example with negative. Negative. This sign tells us that both signs are different, so we've got 1 plus and 1 minus in our brackets. And this sign tells us that the bigger number is negative this time. Okay, so to write out our brackets, we've got an x and a plus. We've got an x and a minus. All we need to do is find our last two numbers. So we're looking for two things that times together to make 48 that have a difference. That tells us it's got to be a difference of 2. Two things that times together to make 48 that have a difference of 2. Well, the things that times together to make 48 are 1 and 48. They have a difference of 47. That's no good. 2 and 24. They have a difference of 22. That's no good. 8 and 6. Oh, that one works. 8 and 6 are 2 apart. I need to be careful. This minus sign here tells me that the bigger one has to be negative. So I'm going to have positive 6 and negative 8. And that's my final answer. Here are 8 examples for you to have a little look at. Make sure that you're careful of the signs. There are 2 examples of each different variety of trinomial. And pause the video now because the answers will be revealed shortly. Okay, so answer to trinomial 1 is x plus 4, x plus 6. Answer to the second one is x plus 4, x plus 7. Answer to trinomial 3 is x minus 7, x minus 5. Answer to number 4 is x minus 4, x minus 10. Answer to number 5 is x plus 8, x minus 2. Answer to number 6 is x plus 8, x minus 3. Answer to number 7 is x minus 5, x plus 2. And the final answer is x plus 8, x minus 9. If you'd like a little bit more practice, here's some past paper questions that involve factorising. They're all downloadable for free from the SQA website. Make sure if you have any problems or have any questions that you see a maths teacher or come along to a supported study session Tuesdays or Wednesdays after school. Thanks for listening.